Hey, it's your girl Barbie J here saying happy New Year to my Oval family and friends. Did I call y'all my Oval family? Okay. Anyway, hey y'all, it's your girl Barbie J, and it is time for us to talk about the Oval Season 4, Episode 12, The Stories We Tell. Why y'all calling it the stories? It's the damn lies we tell, because they all line up on this show. I'm telling you right now. So now, before we get started with this recap, because I didn't care much for this episode, so my recap is probably going to be quick, okay? I just wanted everybody to know that your girl here is now cancer-free. I finished all my treatments. Holla, holla, and we are good. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment and subscribe now because Barbie J is on the loose this year. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is June 1st, and I need your support and your help to help me get there. Thank you all for your support throughout all of 2022, and it's time for us to get busy for 2023. So let's get started with this recap. Whew. So it starts with Kareem. He's seeing that body on his bed, leaving home and going back to the pharmacy. And he asked Dale who was at his house and if he went into his bedroom. And Dale was like, no. And he asked, where's his key? And did he give it to someone? And Dale is like, are you okay? And he said, yeah, I'm okay. And Dale tells him he doesn't look like he okay. He don't seem okay. He asked Dale for his key back and told him to never come over to his house again. Dale's like, I didn't take anything. He said, I know you didn't. He said, well, I'm sorry for whatever I did. Kareem was like, I'm done. He leaves out of the pharmacy and Sharon's looking like, what is going on? Then Dale tells Sharon a bit of what happened and he don't tell everything. He just said he asked him, was he in his bedroom? I was like, that ain't all he asked him. That was real stupid. So you know how Tyler Perry does that. It sets it up for Sharon to think that he did something. Why did he go in his bedroom? Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. So Kareem, like I said, he leaves and he tells Sharon, what happened and that he told him never to come back there again. And so Sharon says she's going to ask Miss Nancy if Dale could stay there with them at the house. And Dale's like, no, that's okay. But she said, don't worry about it. I'll ask her. Then we got Victoria and Donald. They're learning that they killed an innocent cancer kid. Of course, they don't know how this happened. And Hunter walks out of the room telling Donald not to ever tell him what to do because Donald was telling him to sit down and relax. He said, don't tell me what to do. And he told him he better go find his son. And so Victoria starts, they started going, everybody's turning on each other and Victoria and them arguing and Donald's trying to come in between them. Victoria's like, I got this. I don't need your help to handle him and all this stuff. But anyway, Victoria starts getting suspicious of Donald, thinking he has something to do with Jason's disappearance. And Donald's like, are you for real with this right now? So he says he'll get Kyle on the case to find out how Jason got out of the hospital. Next, we got Jason still pointing that damn gun at Alan. And they're talking about Ellie being a whore, and Jason is forcing Alan to say that after Alan said, you don't talk ill of the dead. Jason didn't give a hoot, and Jason is realizing that Alan is only trying to be nice to him so that he don't shoot him, and Alan is so scared to pieces, he like a little punk if you ask me. So he offers Jason some food and a beer, and Jason had the nerve to say that I'm underage and I don't want to get in trouble for drinking a beer. I said, who the hell you don't mind killing people, but you underage for drinking beer. Really? I was like, oh, come on now. Then we got Bobby. He escorts Simone into her residence and she sits down to have a drink. Bobby poured it for her and everything. And she asks Bobby what he thinks about all of this evidence. Bobby's not really, saying anything. He just says, I'm glad we know the truth. Then he asks her if she doubts the info that Eli presented to all of them. And why, and immediately Simone starts defending her husband, saying that he's the most upstanding man she knows and that he would never help them. But then she stated that she needs this evidence verified from several sources, and asked Bobby if he would help her. And Bobby said he understands her feelings and said he would help her. And then he leaves the residence. I said, Simone knows something just ain't right. So then we got Kyle. He walks over to Max and they make plans to meet that night to fight. I guess that's what it was for, because they were talking about it before. And then Kyle is telling him he's waiting to meet with the chief of staff, and then tells Max that he has to forgive him at some point because they're both soldiers and that's what they do. He would have done the same thing and shot him if he had to. Max told him, I'd shoot you for stepping on a cricket or something like that. He said, whatever. Anyway, then Sam walks over and Kyle gets quiet and he leaves, And then Sam asked Max, what Kyle was doing. And Max said, he's just trying to get under my skin. And Max told Sam that he doesn't look like he had just gotten shot, And he don't. In Tyler Perry land, they get shot and 2 days later they back at work. So then Sam asks how things went with the VP meeting with the president. Max says, as well as to be expected. Then Max asks Sam if he believed what the VP said, and Sam said, not for 1 minute. And Max replied, neither do me and Bobby, or Bobby and I, however. Then he told Sam to speak with Alonzo, who seems to be Hunter's new guy. And Sam said, okay, I'll do that. So then Kyle goes into Donald's office and he's told that Jason is still alive. Kyle can't believe it. And then they start thinking about how this could have happened. And Kyle tells Donald that he thinks Sam has something to do with it. And he was like, Donald can't believe it. But then it sends Kyle to find Jason. Kyle says he's going to check in to see what Sam is doing first. Then before he leaves, he asks about Lily. And then he tells Donald he's still mad about Dale. And, Donald's like, we ain't going through this. We ain't about to do this right now. And, and they start arguing about it and stuff. And Donald gets his key or something like that and walks out. I said, what in the world was that messiness? Then we got Victoria. She walks into the kitchen where Priscilla and Richard are interrupting them from talking about Nancy and Barry. And then Victoria calls Richard Robert. And he says nothing. Richard stands there like a buffoon. You've been there all this time. You don't let people call you whatever they are just because they the damn first lady. No, you don't do that. Have some pride in your damn self. So anyway, Priscilla tells her his name is Richard, and adds that I'm sure she's intelligent, and like to know all of our correct names. And of course, Victoria becomes her same old nasty self towards Priscilla by mentioning, like the name Sam, and asking about him because he seems to be avoiding her. So Victoria continues with the insults and the crude remarks as she pours herself a drink, saying she knows that she can't fire Priscilla because of her father, but she's sure going to work hard at making Priscilla want to quit. And then she finally, Priscilla started with that, oh my, I work here to serve to the first family, serve to the whatever needs of the first family. And Victoria's like, you so full of ish. She's so sick of her right now. Anyway, then Victoria leaves and Priscilla and Richard make plans to meet at his house later. She was going to go see Nancy. And so Richard leaves. Then Priscilla grabs that bottle that Victoria took out and she drinks out of the bottle with her mouth. She drinks it up, she put it to the head. Y'all know what I mean? And Victoria, and then she put the top back on and put it back into the refrigerator and said, drink that, biatch. I said, oh, snap. You got to be careful how you treat people, especially in restaurants too. They do stuff like that. Anyway, then they have Sam in the command station on the phone with David, learning that Jason got away by drugging him and then stabbing him. And then he drove off in his truck that does not have a tracker on it. So David gives Sam his plate number, I think that's what it was, to help find the truck, and apologizes for letting him down by letting Jason get away. Then that new agent, Sam was pissed, but then that new agent walks into the room. What is that new agent's name? Y'all, somebody tell me down in the comment section. I done forgot what his name is. Raul? I don't know. For this, I'm gonna call him Raul, okay? Because I don't know what that fool's name is. So he sits at the desk near Sam, and it seems as if Raul is listening, and Sam makes a disappointed sound, which lets the Raul know that something is wrong. He tells Sam that the first lady wants to see him and said to tell her, Sam said, tell her I'm busy. So he said, she's not going to like that. And he said, so I don't care, tell her. So he tells Victoria, and she sends a message back saying that he better get his arse up there now or she will come down there. So he leaves to go and see her. And that's when Kyle comes into that same space and asks him what's going on. Asks Raul what's going on. And he lets him know that the first lady wants Sam, and they making faces like, Everybody know he done slept with her now. It's so embarrassing. It really is for him and Priscilla, if you ask me. Anyway, then Kyle tells Raul to find out every keystroke of what Sam was doing on that computer where he was sitting. And the agent was hesitant. He didn't want to do it, but then Kyle was like, do it. And I want to know now, he forcefully, like he's his boss. I'm like, aren't they on the same level? Who knows? I don't know. Then we got Donald. He sent a doctor to come by to check on Lily. Oh my God, this scene was so ridiculous. He was a complete idiot. He was getting queasy didn't want to look at the bullet room, the blood and stuff. He said all he was told is that she had pain. He didn't know nothing about being shot. He said that was none of his business. And then we learned that the doctor is a freaking veterinarian and no longer even have his license for that because it's suspended or taken away for killing a cat or a dog or something like that. He said, I said, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And Lily is pissed. Donald gonna send some quack of a doctor over to see her. So Lily couldn't throw him out fast enough. Him and his dirty fingernails. She said, why are your freaking fingernails so dirty underneath? She was like, she kicked him out of the house. I was laughing. And once he left, she got up and said, I'm going to the freaking hospital. I done had it with this. Then it switches over to Alonzo. He goes into the Oval Office and gives Hunter this teeny weeny bag of weed or coke or whatever it was. I'm sorry. He was saying he bought it based on the penalty. The size is based on the penalty of crime. If they got caught, and the punishment wouldn't be so harsh. And I said this was such a wasteful scene with Hunter making Alonzo feel stupid about buying drugs and his car that smells like feet. And Alonzo leaves out of the Oval Office and runs into Max, who says that he knows that look and he sees it on Alonzo's face. And he's like, what look? He said, that's the look about you about to do some illegal ish to help out the freaking president. And so he tells him to be very careful and how he used to be Alonzo and how he worked with him since he was a governor. So he gives him some more good advice and lets him know that the president is not going to pay for his car. So Alonzo asks, what can he do? And Max tells him to go talk to Sam because he's the only one who's upright over here. Then it ends with Sam. He shows up to see Victoria. And once again, she's trying to be all sexy and sensual while talking to him. She's getting Sam excited. Once again, he's getting hard. And it seems to me that if this woman discusses you so much, your body parts shouldn't be reacting to come-ons. Now, I'm not sure about this because I'm not a man. So I need one of you wonderful men out there who come to my channel to tell Barbie J, is there a way for males to control that part from reacting to evil women like freaking Victoria? I mean, like, somebody tell me something because I really don't know. And I'm really getting pissed at Sam all over again because I'm saying, how are you getting excited with this freaking woman? What she's doing to your marriage? And then we knew this was going to happen. He's up there. Ma'am. Why can't you stop her? Why can't he walk away and move away from her? Why did he have to continue to stand there? He could have walked away or moved away and said, ma'am, I don't care if you getting taken off her detail. You don't stand there and take it. That was so stupid. And of course, Priscilla walked in just in time to see him. Ma'am, you shouldn't even let her get her arms around you. So I'm kind of pissed. Do I sound kind of pissed or I sound very pissed at freaking Sam right now? Anyway, y'all, that's how it ended. I'm sorry I got a little emotional there, but that's how it ended. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what you thought about this episode of The Oval. And I will see you guys in the next video. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.